What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Critical Overlord here. We're going to be talking about several different horror topics in this video here today. We'll be talking about Terrifier 4, Scream 7, Ready or Not 2, The Strangers Chapter 3, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So starting off here with Terrifier 4. Terrifier 4 will reportedly include a cameo from Rhea Ripley. Now, how did we learn this information? Well, this surfaced online from Damien Leone himself, after Rhea showed up at Survivor Series honoring the art character with her attire, as you can see here. And then a fan left a comment under a WWE post about Rhea, and Damien responded saying a petition for Rhea to star wouldn't be necessary, implying that plans already exist for Rhea Ripley to cameo in Terrifier 4. Now, in the past, we know that she's expressed wanting to be off by art, so I think her role and fate are pretty much sealed at this point. Now, the context of it, we don't know, but her fate seems like a done deal. She's going to have the same fate as Chris Jericho had. Now, I'm down for all the mommy content I can get. I imagine this will be some sort of brutal gym-like sequence, and Rhea likely could just end up playing herself. That's my guess. I don't think it'll be anything all that elaborate since it's supposed to be a cameo, and this is one of the more positive reports about this movie as of late because of all the drama that's been coming out recently surrounding the Terrifier franchise. Are you down for Rhea Ripley being in this movie? It shouldn't be that shocking because I think many of us picked up on her appearing the moment she started talking about wanting to do it. It just seemed like a no-brainer for Damien to then start trying to get her into the mix of it all, and it seems like that's what's happening, or at least there are plans for Rhea Ripley to star in Terrifier 4. So hopefully the appearance cameo is something that lives up to everyone's expectations. WWE, obviously, I think will start marketing Terrifier 4 on their weekly television products if Rhea Ripley does end up appearing in Terrifier 4. Now, let's talk about The Strangers Chapter 3. So, The Strangers Chapter 3, we have a release date. It's coming to theaters on February 6th. That's the same month Ghostface starts terrorizing Sidney Prescott once again, which means we already know that Scream 7 officially won't be the worst horror film released that month. Now, the trilogy started off decent, and then it became bothersome by the second film that just dropped, so I can only imagine what poor decision-making awaits us in Chapter 3. Maya is a character that is hard to care about now due to how she was written in Chapter 2. If you still care about her, that's fine, but I'm just saying the way she was written made it hard to like her and care about her survival, considering some of the dumb decisions she kept making. The Strangers are not very strange anymore. I just have no faith in this being a decent conclusion. They have given me no reason to think that it will be. All I have faith in is that Madeleine Petsch will look hot, and she will probably deliver another solid performance. I'll pray she's able to join a much better horror project in the future so that this mess is overshadowed by how great her next projects hopefully are. This release date got confirmed by the official released teaser shown at the end of Chapter 2. It was posted online a few days ago, and the release was shared at the end, something that was absent during the Chapter 2 screenings. But are you excited for this trilogy finale? Or are you just happy we won't have to deal with it anymore after this? Will Maya battle another CGI animal? We'll find out all of this in February when the alleged Strangers Chapter 3 arrives in theaters. Now, I say the alleged strangers because, again, we've learned a lot about them now. They're not strangers anymore. So these alleged strangers will have their trilogy concluded in February of this upcoming year. Let me know about all of your thoughts down in the comment section below if you're looking forward to it or not. Or what has been some of your disappointments with this trilogy? Let me know more about that. If you're someone who's been disappointed in this trilogy, let me know what has disappointed you the most about how Renny Harlin and his creatives have tackled this Strangers trilogy. Now, we're going to discuss Scream 7 really quick, just a general speculation spot for today's video. Between the two newbies we were meeting, who are also the two most important people in Sidney's life, between these two, that being Mark and Tatum, her husband and daughter, who should Sidney lose between the two? Should she lose either of them, or should the story play it safe and let both of them live? She shouldn't have to be losing either of them, in my opinion, but, you know, going backwards creatively is what they decided to do, and as a result, certain risks may be necessary in order for the film to garner any sort of emotional response from certain viewers. If I had to pick between the two, I'm going with Mark. Or it would break her heart, but not scar her for life the way losing Tatum would. The thing is, Scream 7 has to do a wonderful job making Mark matter to us, the viewer, and I know these people matter to Sidney, but I should feel that towards the characters myself without Sidney's presence. So when Mark is by himself, I should feel attached to him and care for him the way Sidney, well, not the same way, but I should at least care about the guy and care about him getting out of the situation alive or not. I shouldn't feel indifferent to his character, because then if you do decide to kill him and it doesn't move me in any way, you've done a piss poor job with Sidney Prescott's husband. So if you're going to kill one of them, which again between the two it should be Mark, hopefully you make him likable, which I'm hearing they have made Mark very likable and made him a very lovable husband, somebody that we want to root for and see keep protecting Sidney Prescott. Just make the demise that much more impactful if it happens, because of course it can go either way. They could end up killing Tatum for all I know. But yeah, I'd kill Mark. Last thing Sidney deserves is to be a widow, but a Ghostface spree centered on Sidney Prescott with no risk taken is the first thing Scream 7 should avoid being. And I think a big way to avoid that is by knocking off either one of the two, her husband or her daughter. Which, of course, again, you guys let me know which of the two you would prefer Sidney to lose in Scream 7. If you would prefer her to lose neither, that's fine. But if you had to pick, who is it going to be, Mark or Tatum? Now let's talk about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So Chloe Zhao appeared on the Town podcast recently and revealed she'll only be directing the pilot for New Sunnydale as of now. Hopefully her efforts on the pilot encourage the higher-ups to talk her into doing more based on how it's received by the millions who watch. Now, Ryan Kira Armstrong recently teased that we should expect something about the show next year. She told TV Line she can't really say much about it until next year. So it got me thinking, well, with what we've heard, shooting for the rest of the series would start in 2026 if it's been picked up. So the series order must be locked if Ryan is saying she cannot say anything about it until next year. The series must have been picked up for a full season. And we'll get the news sometime early next year. Best of luck to everyone involved. Do remember that this show can't be ignored if it isn't something you vibe with. Do not attack Ryan or any of the other cast members involved with this creatively. More specifically, Ryan. Do not bother Ryan. Ryan is innocent in all of this. She seems like the most sweet thing out there, and she's hopefully going to give us another Slayer character that we can all vibe with and love to death, just like we love Buffy Summers. Now, let's talk about Ready or Not 2. So we got our first look at Ready or Not 2 today, and it looks like a hoot, honestly. People magazine shared these exclusive images, and the article gives more comments from Radio Silence about the project. No overly explicit lines that confirm my scoops, but you can see Sarah Michelle Gellar and the two other gentlemen I said were linked to each other have a couple images together, at least confirming that they are in fact linked to one another. Again, they're supposed to be a family unit. So slowly but surely getting to another scoop confirm moment. But what do you guys think about these first look images at Ready or Not 2? Are you looking forward to Ready or Not 2? Let me know why or why not down in the comment section below. If you haven't already, of course, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you can never miss a video. In the description, I will have links to all of my social media accounts. I am on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can message me there, of course. Let me know if there are any movies, news, or reviews you'd like me to cover in the future. And with all that in mind, guys, I will see you in the next video.